I used to be when huh? How you feel? Oh no, yeah, I am. I am. I feel it. All right, thank you, Mama. But look, so look, I'm looking for something. That might be FBI, but I think that look at this house. They got cameras and everything now, though. This used to be my house like 20 years ago, right? Like 20 something years ago. No, 20, like 20 years ago. But right, so but it used to have a red door, and but like say the backyard, you go in the backyard, it's a big backyard and stuff. But somebody came in that house one night. I was I put my son in his room, which he never really slept in the room, right? So what I did was put him in his crib because I was you know, in the living room and I was still up, right? So I'm still up and and what happened? I'm still up, I fall asleep, right? And when I fall asleep, you know, I'm on the couch. But naturally, like, hey, like my son is safe in his room, in his crib, you know, so it's okay. You know what I mean? I can hear him. You know what I mean? I'm real close, but so I wake up, man. I wake up, right? I hear my son screaming like right, and I'm hearing him screaming. I, I wake up, and it's a sliding glass door right there, right? And somebody is it's like a kind of heavy set like person, right? And I to my run to my son's room, right? My son is on the floor, right? I pick him up off the floor, right? I grab him, I'm holding him, man. I'm like, man, what the hell? So I run back, and nobody was there, right? But I had to go sit by my son first, right? I never called the police. I never did nothing. I never even told her because I knew something wasn't right with that picture. Nobody knew I was there. You know what I mean? So, and certain things that when I think about it, it was just weird. So I don't know. She had just came from being like a nanny or something in Rancho Santa Fe, and this fool like I guess he did some big real estate scheme or whatever, like 100 million, goes to jail, FBI, all that stuff. So I'm like, now that I'm seeing all these other things transpire in life, I mean, the getting in the car thing, you know how much money I done lost? Just like, just say like, I got shot in the head and stuff. So a lot of times, man, I be driving to L. I can't even like at nighttime and stuff. It's hard for me to drive and stuff like that. Like I don't really be pushing it like that. So I had shoot, I'll be LA, Vegas, this and that, but I might be on the road and pull over somewhere and get some rest. Man, you know how many thousands of dollars I done lost like that and not really realized it. But I didn't understand it because I was like, It couldn't be they getting in the car. That didn't even come to my mind. I'm like, my money just wasn't right. They did never take all the money, but they'll take a lot of money, right? They might take 1,000 out my, because I would keep $1,000 in my pocket, but a lot of times I would have a lot more money you know, in my pocket or around. So, and a lot of times I just try to get some rest real quick, but not really ever knowing that they was getting in the car, getting in the hotel rooms, all that. I never knew that. I never ever knew that. So something was said like, and a lot of things just weird. My dad died, got killed, all kind of weird stuff. Like, so it just wasn't making sense, man. It just, yeah, I don't understand it. So end up, you know, all of a sudden, my folks now, they wanted to do some business with some real estate. Now that I think about it, hook them up, with these people that they doing 10, 20, 30 million, $100 million deals already. They already got the funding for it, everything, right? So, I'll plug that up or whatever. Nothing transpires or whatever, everything weird. And it got weirder and weirder and weirder. People talking about sharpshooters looking for me and all kind of weird stuff, right? And I'm like, for what? I don't, you know. So that was strange. Just a lot of different things. So I said, I'm starting to really realize and pay attention to things like, was she a FBI informant? They're in an investigation to bust me and end up having a kid by me? Or she wasn't at the house that night. That's the funny part, you know. But I've been seeing these people, man, and I think people have been putting the FBI and agents on me, and they still in just like somebody is hooked up with them that really is an informant, like sick them on me or whatever. But I don't want to say that. I haven't been trying to say that all these years, right? That either something got to do with something and it's not making sense because nothing's adding up right. And the reason why it's not adding up right is because something is being concealed and not wanting to be actually seen or known. How did these people even come in contact with me? I remember when a person came right in contact with me and asked me about something. Asked me about, did I want her to kill somebody for me? I'm like, what? In my mind, I'm thinking like somebody that I've been knowing that I done never even seen this person a day in my life. Yeah, we do go together, we have a kid, we live together and all that. That doesn't mean like where did that even come? Stuff like that's what I'm talking about, stuff like that. So I was like, I didn't understand that one. And then later on down in the she had said something like she was really trying to get me a case or something like. And then she kept always like yeah, like we went one time looked at these purses and she like yeah buy this purse 30,000, 30,000. I'm not buying you no purse for no $30,000, right? And that's how ended up, you know, many other creations came about, right? But then it's just so many different factors and things that can happen in life that I need to start bringing up names and people and women and all of that because it really these people like I'm getting but FBI and DA coming. I go get a hotel in Torrance, California at the Marriott. I let my boys stay there or whatever. I call, I go. and leave that night and don't even stay there that night. I come back with the FBI and DEA busting me. I don't know what the I bailed out or whatever. Okay, I come back to San Diego. FBI, DEA busted me again, and both times with stuff planted in my car. Like I'm confused here, but I can't say anything, so they charge everybody, right? So it really, now that I think about it, it was really designed like that for a reason. Because then it's like, okay, I told you he was a snitch or he telling her whatever. I don't know. I've never done that, so I don't know. You know what I mean? So, and people don't like that. They don't like you having done drugs. They don't like that you know, hadn't snitched on people or and did all that. I don't be in people's business. I don't bother people. I don't play games with people. I don't play with people's households. I don't bother people. So me, I don't really have that type of. That's not me. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So that house is in Encinitas, California. You know, and that was 20 something years ago. I lived there. And somebody came in my house and threw my baby on the floor and ran up out the house, and that was crazy. That was, and I think about it all the time, but I still wasn't able to really have a relationship with my child. When I think about it, and the whole time, it was a lot of weird stuff. Like, I remember getting married. I remember the FBI coming and asking me or referring to something about like the ring, the ring that I bought the girl that I married, like it was stolen or I robbed somebody for some stuff like that, and I'm like, what the heck are these people talking about? Like they trying to like force some type of crimes on me. And when I started to see that more visible, they've been doing it for a long time. But when I when I was able to actually witness and understand that was what's going on, and then to really see it still transpire and no, I don't steal stuff out of hospital. I don't break in cars. I don't steal stuff at beaches. You know, I don't rob liquor stores and banks and none of. I don't do all that. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You got the wrong dude. And not saying that a person that did that will tell you, yeah, I do that, but I really don't. You know what I mean? It's not me. It's not my thing. That's not what I'm doing. You know, so I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? As far as that goes, but I do understand what's been going on. I mean, just to be able to be stripped from your children and this and that, it got to be for a reason. Somebody, these kids and these people that planted these people around me for my destruction, right? And it didn't happen like that because I got to witness and understand what was going on. They trying to destroy me. You know what I mean? And once I learned that and understood that, you know, you know, it helped me a lot. Now you want to destroy me without making it look like you destroying me, which you've been doing forever. You know, every house that I've ever had been robbed. Every house that I've ever had, somebody been in it. Regardless if I had cameras, nothing, anything. You know what I mean? It don't matter. I'm talking about visible cameras. I'm not talking about secret stuff and all that. I don't need all that goofy secret cameras and like I got probably a secret camera in my car. Ain't no problem. I know for a fact. You know what I mean? I don't know how or where or how I can figure it out, but you know, something's not right. And I've never really put her out there because I try to keep my children and stuff safe. I never put people out there, even the other children that I have and the mothers, and we don't really have a relationship. You know what I mean? We do, but we don't. And it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with them. You know, once they started to understand that they couldn't steal and take my stuff and do me any kind of way, not that they're doing it up front, but they're doing it in a way that you don't know until you find out or figure it out. Right? So, you got to just pay attention to it, but you got to keep God first. Dobrinsky cousins. What's up? How you doing? I didn't even know I had somebody on there. I'm just talking. At least you got the green trees, 'cause green is clean. They don't know that. They want to make the green dirty. Yeah. Green recycle thing. It's a green thing, you know. But so now they start coming up with all these sexual different weird situations on the slide, but not up front, but on the slide, And I'm like, a lot of things that I've saw, I really didn't realize or understand what they were doing. So you be like laughing it off. You don't know what the hell the person talking about because it's so off the wall, right? But overall, it's directed to you to destroy you. Like, you know, you got to watch that. Even when people have sarcasms, and stuff like that, you got to watch it because a person will destroy you in all kinds of different ways. You got to watch everything you do, man. It's sad. It's sad. When I seen that happen to my grandmother and all, I mean, my whole family, I've seen people that I don't even have, no, ain't never did nothing wrong to, uh, turn their back on me. So, and been doing it for years. So I don't know what or how that happens. I've noticed a lot of people is bribed. A lot of people know their stories and old stuff that they was doing and that wasn't right. I don't know, different stuff. Sexual moves or whatever. I don't know. I don't like nothing to play with my booty or nothing like that. I don't play around. I haven't touched a girl in 10 years by choice. I'm gonna go shave, but I mean, I'm still normal. I can put a suit on all that. You know what I mean? But they didn't destroyed all my clothes, everything, literally. Stole everything, stole all kind of ties and suits and jackets. And, man, I be looking in my Instagram and Facebook and stuff, and I'm like, my lord, I don't even know what the heck is going on here. Literally, I could look in my Instagram or Facebook and stuff or different pictures, different, and I don't know where none of those jackets are. I don't know where none of them clothes are, shoes and shirts, and I'm like, where did that stuff just vanish? Like, but they've been stealing all my new stuff. Hey, they even know how to hit the mailboxes, like with your stuff coming. Man, I ordered a purse that I wanted to try to put together for my mama bag for my clothing brand. By the time that purse made it to me, it was this big. That was really big, right? So stuff like that, shoes messed up when they coming in the mail, and Ain't no companies doing that. Ain't nobody messing up their stuff to send you something. I'm gonna send you something messed up, destroyed. That's not how people operate. Hoping that you'll do business, and it messed up a relationship. You know what I mean? Stuff like that going on. So I done seen whole 100 packs of T-shirts and all that's just vanished. 100 packs, literally multiple times. I'm like sweatsuits. I mean like shoes. And if they can't find ones that they can switch, they'll just destroy those. They'll just cut the sides of them, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I even think the person that I was married to, because the whole time that we was in a relationship, her kids was calling me snitches, and like they wanted me to tell them, no, I'm a killer, I'm a jacker, a robber, like I was gonna volunteer some good information for them to accept me as. I'm looking at these people. You ain't even brush your teeth or wash your face or nothing, and you in your house holding you over here calling me a snitch about something ain't right with you. But I'm not. Hey, I was going to their daddies and all that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna argue with you because I don't know where you got that from, but wherever you got it from, I don't know why, what, how am I kind of intertwined with that type of situation. So I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? I really don't know what to say. But there's so many different things, and I guess when a person cheats, I guess when a person is just dishonest, I mean, it can go so far. It can go so many different ways, man, and it's sad, and it is what it is. So stuff like that has been weird. Like, I've had a lot of different situations happen. One time, my daughter's mama, this is a long time ago. I went to go, I had some money over her house. They took some money out of my bag, all kind of stuff, right? I had my money over there. Told them to hold on to it for a minute. I had a little lock on it. Man, they was all up in that thing, right? I said, wow, this is amazing. I never brought it up. Never even said nothing about it. Hurt my heart, right? Didn't never bring it up. Still was in touch and took care of my daughter. Did everything I was supposed to do. That relationship fell off with her acting weird and all kind of stuff. Like you know, doing all kind of weird situations. And I'm like, wow, how how can you try to destroy somebody that never done not one bad thing to you? But that's just how it is. It's just sad, man. You know, manipulation. I used to see people try to talk or say certain things about certain people growing up, and I don't listen to that. If I know you and talk to you and dealt with you direct, I'm not about to intertwine into your habits or understanding or whatever your misunderstandings are. I'm not about to even entertain that because it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. So I'm not doing that. Which sometimes it might be a sign. Sometimes it just might be where it's sad. I don't know how to explain it. The camera things, and now we really starting to see what's going on. All this manipulation of the cameras. I could sit somewhere, wake up, and then sit somewhere and sit and watch people because what they doing is trying to manipulate the cameras on the views that they can get when they go and get the recordings to make it look like it's sad. The dishonesty that's going into this generation is sad, man. I hope that we can really. I've been shot in the head. I've seen so many different things take place, and every time that my house was robbed, every time that my house was broken into, every time that somebody came in my house and did something, I never reported it, which was stupid. You know, I'm ready to take upon it myself, knowing that I'm dealing with ignorance. They don't want no war. They want me dead without me knowing that they didn't kill me. They don't want war. Like, I look at why you sitting in there, you breaking in my car to damage my body, and I got my body hurting and all, it's putting stuff all in my eyes and ears and butthole, and I said, Lord have mercy, dude. Like, what did I do? But it doesn't matter. Somebody's trying to trigger a case for me to trigger. If you're able to mount up and say, hey man, well let's see, let's do this as a mature person. Hey, yeah, somebody's doing this and this and that. Let's go look at these recordings, and then for some reason that's not allocated correctly. That doesn't make sense, you know, as a human, you know, or a mature grown person. That doesn't make sense. But we talking about many years, but we talking about after many thousands of dollars that I didn't understand how it was happening, but now I understand. You see what I'm saying? So now these people then got were so comfortable to steal my stuff from me that they still do it. I think I've been funding some kind of police department or some kind of agency or something, or their informants or something, you know. But it's somebody that's informant or agent or whatever that's they have manipulated to even take place. But okay, and then like I used to do security for a girl. She was an escort, right? Around this same time, right? That's legal. You know, you go get registered, legal at the city, all that, you know, and you can do what you're supposed to do, right? So, man, I was having some weird run-ins. People, you know, but you know what? I should have reported those too. You know, people trying to rape girls and didn't know that they had security and all, trying to apprehend women. And I had to come in there and do something to get them up off phone and all kind of crazy stuff going on, right? And I'm like, that is weird that all those, I've never seen that ever in my life. So to see that, that was strange with with those individuals, right? When I started paying attention to different situations and things, it's not making sense. You know, somebody's trying to create something more than, you know, it ain't making sense. So I was just like, wow, you know, I don't even know where to start. It's been so many different things, the planting stuff in my car, the FBI, DEA popping up, FBI, the surveillance vans always everywhere for years of growing up, all that stuff. I've seen it all, but I, you know, it was somebody's prerogative to make sure to destroy my character. That's all. And if my character as a man can't be destroyed, we will destroy your character and just destroy your character. That's pretty amazing when you think about it. It's pretty amazing the different tactics. But this guy, some government weird stuff attached to it that's trying to consume me, but it's actually took a personal triumph. Yeah, I don't know what to say. They taking it personal, and they haven't been able to put me in jail forever in my life, and they haven't been able to kill me. They tried to kill me a million times. They're doing it all kinds of different ways. I've never been actually safe from murder when I really think about it in my life. You know, I don't know how many kids was having, people shooting at them, just walking across the street or just going to a store or, you know, getting shot up, just going to get something to eat, or whatever. I knew I shouldn't have been there that night like that without being properly protected, but I was out on bail. It makes total sense. Like the FBI DA LA, FBI DA San Diego, then I get shot up because I ain't armed, basically, pretty much. Stuff like that going on. I was able to go see my cousin in the federal prison. I would go see him, that cut off all that. I could go see a few of my folks in the federal prison, you know, and that cut that off. A lot of stuff like that, man. Just somebody's thinking ahead and me not really paying attention to it or trying to see when I'm gonna be able to see it. I can sit up all night in the car and nothing. I won't see a person, right? I go to sleep. Oh, they get all up in the smug immediately. I don't know how they doing it, what they doing, you know. But yeah, I think a lot of these women, man, even the older women, and a lot of these women are getting old. They've been selling, you know, they've been selling their bodies their whole lives, even if they didn't know it. Even if they was a secretary, you know, giving their boss some loving for drinks and lunch and dinner. You know what I mean? So it's been going on. It's been going on. You know. They might not really been getting no money, but now they know that now you see, look, everywhere you go, everybody's baiting you in, or they really prostitutes, or this or that. And, it's crazy. I think even most of these police officers and women and all that stuff, man, they playing both sides. I mean, they know they can eat. Yeah. Now that I really pay attention to things, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, most of these dudes is police, everybody. You know what I mean? Not. I ain't talking about a police officer. He's a police officer, or he's a FBI, or he's a DEA, or CIA, or whatever, or whatever. I'm talking about under like. No, I'm talking about entrapment, stuff like that. These is people. I don't know if they're FBI agents or they in the bed with FBI agents or they bribing the FBI agents, but for or or DEA and all these different agencies, everybody's being bribed. Everybody, anybody that got money, anybody that got power, positions, I'm sure been bribed or tried to be bribed, like they try to do me. But now you didn't realize, like, dude, you can't bribe me. I mean, why would you want to bribe me? But thank you for me just paying attention to your moves of you trying to bribe me, but you've been sicking the police on me my whole life, trying to destroy me. You've been sicking the killers on me my whole life to try to kill. And I ain't even talking about no real gangsters. These is people that will kill you. They don't even know you. They don't even have no idea of who you are. They will kill you with no problem. They ain't got no problem with killing you. They don't know you. You know. Now they got money behind it. It's sad, man. What's going on, man? We got to keep it in prayer, man. But I see what's going on. I see exactly. Yeah, you see, I'm parked in the neighborhood, but I got the cameras on because I would not have this camera off without. Yeah, they put stuff all on my face, my eyes, and everything. I got pictures around my eyes, man, where my skin just peeled off. You know, I be having to flush my eyes out. Oh, yeah, these police riding around these big cars and these women marrying all these square people, manipulating them, you know, all of that, you know, all of that, you know, you know, if something's not right. Something's not right, man. I'm telling you. I promise you, man. But I'm trying to tell you what's going on in society right now, man. It's sad. It's sad, but it's real. I just so happen to be caught up, you know, in a lot of different ways that I tried to forget about. That I tried to just not. Oh, and the police station ain't far, right? But I live right behind the McDonald's too, right? So I don't know if they went up this hill in the back. I don't know because when I ran to go get my son, you know, I don't know where they ran to, you know, and I was so hurt from my son screaming the way he was screaming. I just held him right. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So I said, okay. Never reported it, man. But I probably should have reported a lot of these different things. But it didn't make sense. I didn't understand it. It just wasn't adding up right at all. So I was just like, it's not making sense. I couldn't understand it. You know what I mean? I wish I had a phone holder because I would talk to you guys a lot more, and I could just put the phone right there and talk. But this is I can't sit and hold my phone like this. Love you guys, but yes, it's been a lot of weirdo stuff, man. I mean, I understand who's who, what's what, and who got what, and who do what, and how that go with this and that. But I can't assume things and destroy people on assumptions, or hurt people on assumptions, or hurt people's family. Right? And I may never know, you know, and I'll just maybe just keep seeing my family members dying and getting killed and being parted from me and having love for children that really I wasn't even supposed to love, that I wasn't even, uh, it wasn't for me to even want to be a part of their lives, you know, so that's just what it is. I grew up with a father, not in the household, but a real man that really took care of his handle his candle with his children. So I tried to make sure I did that, but they don't care about that. That ain't that trying to handle your candle is worse than just not. I see more people that got it. You got people with nappy hair in mansions now. You ain't went and put a process in that baby's hair. You ain't put a pressing comb to that baby's hair. Now they just steal all my ideals on my phone. They steal all my information. They tracking my phone. So whoever got this type of capabilities, whoever's sitting right next to the dude that got the capabilities, I understand it. I see it clearly. I see that you're really not trying to see me win, but I'm gonna keep that in prayer too. I don't understand it, but we'll figure